As a former teacher, I have investigated the schools and wrote Character Under Attack and What You Can Do About It. I'm a strong believer in teaching character principles to children. What I have tried to do is to weave character lessons into interesting stories. For example, all parents want their children to obey them. In this book, Can You Help Me Find My Smile?, I wrote a story about a bear named Teddy. Teddy was a very happy baby, but along the way he lost his smile. His parents did many fun things with him, but Teddy was always grumpy. He went to his friends, but their advice didn't work to make him happy. He visits his grandpa's farm. Grandpa loved Teddy. Grandpa asked Teddy, "Where's your smile?" "I don't know," replies Teddy. "Maybe I can help you," says Grandpa. "I don't think so," said Teddy. "My friend says grandpas can't help kids. They're too old." Grandpa laughs a big laugh and asks, "Did your friend help you?" "No," whispered Teddy. "What am I doing here?" Many today have lost the wisdom of seeking advice from elders. I'm encouraging children to seek advice by having an action-filled story reveal the value of seeking counsel. Woven throughout these storybooks are many important lessons to teach your children principles for success. Teddy thinks about what Grandpa had said. Then he asks Grandpa, "Grandpa, can you help me find my smile?" Grandpa offers this life-changing advice. When you try only to make yourself happy, you will always be sad and grumpy. But when you help others, you will find your smile. Teddy doesn't understand how it will work, but he's willing to try. Now, I have 5 children with 19 years of teenage experience, plus 20 grandchildren. So in these storybooks, I put in things I would have loved to see my children doing. By the way, 3 of my children work for me, and one of our businesses, Reliable EDM, is the largest electrical discharge machining company in North America. As Teddy rides home, he's thinking, how can I make my mom happy? Mothers, imagine getting a book and DVD encouraging your child to make you happy. Teddy surprises her by cleaning up his room. He also helps his dad by pulling weeds from the garden and raking up the leaves. Surprised Dad gives him a big hug, and Teddy discovers that he has found his smile. When he goes back to the farm, he runs to Grandpa and announces, "It works, Grandpa, it works. I began making others happy, and now I have the biggest smile in the whole world." I would like to share a short summary for some of these award-winning books. Parents need to teach their children about perseverance if they want them to become successful. In The Little Red Train, the 3 big trains refuse to go up the snowy mountain to bring food to the starving people. In spite of the ridicule from the big trains, the Little Red Train and a family of brave helpers decide to go up the snow-covered mountain and overcome severe hardships to help the starving people. It's a great, inspiring story about the importance of perseverance. Many children have a big problem listening to parents. On my DVDs, I often speak to children about the importance of obeying parents. In Proud Rooster, he always ignores everyone's advice, including his parents. The result is that he gets into all sorts of trouble, filling his tummy with green strawberries, falling off a tree while showing off, and skating on thin ice after being repeatedly warned nearly do him in. However, Proud Rooster's final hard lesson changes him forever. While lying on a hospital bed, he's glad to learn that it's not too late to obey. All children need to have a healthy self-esteem. If Only I Were is about poor Missy. She doesn't like her big, ugly ears and long, skinny tail. If only she were as big and beautiful as Horace the cat, then all her problems would be gone. Missy's wish comes true. She turns into a big, beautiful cat. But she quickly discovers that cats have problems with dogs. As Missy wishes herself into becoming bigger and stronger creatures, she finally discovers that everyone has problems and learns to accept herself for who she is. Some children would rather play than work. Play is important, but so is learning to work. In No Longer a Dilly-Dally, family work-play wastes no time finding a location to build their home and to store food for winter. They work first and then play. In contrast, family Dilly-Dally has a different tradition. They always play first. If they have any time left, then they work a little. When the long, cold winter comes, the Dilly-Dally family has a very tough time finding food and keeping warm. However, they learn an important lesson about working first and playing later. Time Remote is my most powerful book teaching children the importance of learning. Christopher has great dreams of becoming an inventor, but he dislikes anything requiring work. When Christopher's friend Dr. Finkel invents a time remote, Christopher gets the remote and zips past all things he doesn't like. Who needs to eat right and do homework? Let's just eat dessert and play. The time remote sends him quickly through a life of avoiding problems right into old age. Christopher finally realizes the misery of an easy life and gets a second chance to live his life smarter and wiser, including the tough stuff. This is just a short summary of a few of these character-building stories that have won all these awards. Visit us online and you will read many enthusiastic reviews that we have received from parents, teachers, guidance counselors, and especially children. Remember, advanced publishing always guarantees your complete satisfaction.